Hey everybody, Tim here from Spoonman Ball Pythons, and just going to do a quick follow-up video to my last one, and I'm going to go back over the female, the possible males, and the last clutch that I had, and try a little better to identify them now that they're out of the egg and we can see a little bit more of them. So let me show you the female first. Alright, so this is the female, and her name is Booper. She was a rescue, so I don't have any information about her. I assumed that she was just a pastel. You can see she doesn't have a real blushed out head, but she does have bright yellow, and you can see some of the scarring on her back because she had scale rot, which she healed up from. But I'm thinking because of the bright yellow still in the pattern and the minimal fading on the head, that she might be a fire pastel or a firefly. And there you see her stomach. So you see a lot of the nice bright there, little bit of flames coming up between the alien heads, but not a lot, and pretty much a clear stomach with a little bit of pattern on it, and then dorsal spots, which some you can't see obviously because of the scarring, but no distinct dorsal striping really, except down by the tail and up by the head. So yeah, this is the female. I'm thinking possible fire pastel or firefly. Okay, so the first male that was put with her back in February is this guy. We call him Fat Boy because he did used to be our biggest snake. And I bought him at a reptile convention here from Scales and Tails, and he was marketed as a straight yellow belly. Bought him to put with my gravels and asphalts to prove them out. So once again, this is Fat Boy. You can see his side pattern, lots of bright yellow, lots of flaming up from the sides. And to me, he is a yellow belly. The broken up pattern on the sides of the belly, the yellow tinge to the belly. And there you can see the tail. And this is a male, and I believe him to be a straight yellow belly, just yellow belly. Okay, so this is who I believe to be the father, at least father of part of the eggs. He is a banana Mojave. His name is Mojo. One of the eggs is definitely banana, so that's why I know that he fathered at least part of the clutch. And I bought this from a breeder that it is a banana Mojave. They don't think there's anything else in it. So for me, that's pretty sure that that's what it is. I'll go ahead and show you his coloration up the sides. He is in shed right now, so his colors are a little bit dull. And then his belly. Very beautiful snake. Again, he is a Mojave banana. Okay, and the last one that could possibly be father this is Fred, and he is a pastel pied, and he was put with her last. So possibility he's the father, but we don't know for sure. One of the things that some of the babies have is that black mark coming down from the eyeball, and it goes underneath their chin. And I noticed 3 or 4 of the babies have that black mark. And once again, this is a pastel pied. Beautiful white belly. Beautiful markings. Relatively high color, low white. So this is another option that could be dad. Okay guys, so here is hatchling number 1. As you can see, little bit of fading on the head, and we got some flames coming up between the alien heads. Looks like all the alien heads pretty much they're pretty standard, have eyes in them, a little bit of flaming coming up in between. Color's pretty normal, but a little bit of blushing on the head. So I'm thinking maybe this is a pastel, and I don't think it has anything else in it. Possibly pastel fire. There's a shot of the belly. But that is baby number 1. That is the first one that was out of the egg. And like I said, you can see a little blushing on the head, a little blushing coming back from the head, and then some flaming up the sides in between. You almost got a ringer right there. So that is baby number 1. Alright, so here we have baby number 2, which I think may also be a pastel. You can see a little bit of blushing on the head. Got some blushing coming up the sides. Kind of odd coloring there where it goes from light to dark, but these have not shed for the first time, so everything we see here could very well change a bit. Got some stretched out pattern on the sides with a lot of flames coming up. How we kind of connected the alien heads here. And then they go pretty normal coming up to the front, but lots of flaming up from the belly. Not much blushing in the head, maybe just what a normal pastel would have, but like I said, they could have could be pastel fire, could be pastel Mojave. Not 100% sure. I would think if they were Mojave, the alien heads would be floating more and not so like interconnected down towards the tail. And belly wise, pretty clear. I don't know if you got pied tracks there. That could put it in the pastel pied as the father of this one, but I'm not 100% sure. Just really lot of blushing is the difference that I see in this one, or a lot of flaming coming up. A little bit of blushing on the dorsal, and then just a little bit of blushing on the head too. So I think there's got to be pastel in it, but just not sure what else could be in there. So that is baby number 2. Alright, so this is baby number 3. This is obviously a banana. Not sure what else though. Could be Mojave. Judging by the head, I thought maybe pastel, because there is a lot of blushing in the head. Side patterns, pretty normal. A little bit pink because they haven't shed out yet, so that makes it a little harder to tell, but no eyes towards the end of the tail here. Belly is pretty much just pink, not a lot going on there. But the head is what got me, because it's quite a bit of blushing on the head. But yeah, definitely, obviously a banana, but don't know, banana Mojave fire maybe, pastel banana Mojave fire. Maybe it has all 4 genes, I'm not sure. This was more of a test for me to make sure that I could breed and hatch healthy snakes, which I've done. But now I have the task of trying to identify them all. I want to be as sure as I can, because I plan to probably sell everything in this clutch, except maybe one just to hold back as you know, the fact that it was our first snakes that we produced here at Spoonman Ball Pythons. So yeah, there you have it again. Clear belly, nice sides, not a lot else going on there, but lots of blushing on the head, which is really crazy. And the color is dark, not like a normal banana. That's what made me think it had the, possibly could be all 4 genes. Could be pastel, banana, Mojave, fire. If the female is pastel fire, I don't know that either. So I'm doing this video to look for help. So if you can help me identify them, that'd be great. So that is baby number 3. Alright guys, so this is number 4 out of the egg. We have a little bit of blushing on the head. Not a lot of blushing throughout the body though. But we do have the little bit of blushing in the head and down the sides of the neck a little bit. Nice little dorsal stripe there, but then pretty broke up the rest of the way down. Once again, we got kind of the... It goes from light to dark in the alien heads. Got a little bit of pixelation there, which I know it's kind of hard before that first shed, but we also have the flaming up the sides. Got a little bit of broke up pattern there coming up the belly, but not a whole lot, so I don't think that's a determining factor. Got some of the alien heads getting tied together towards the tail, but I think that's also pretty normal. Sorry, this is getting... Okay. So, this is number 4. And I was saying earlier, I don't think I said it in the video, but a lot of these, I think 4 of them, have that black stripe coming down from the eye that goes down around the chin, which is, it's odd. I don't know if I just never noticed it in other snakes before, but it's almost like a teardrop coming down from the eye on both sides, and then they go under the chin. You can see a little bit of fading there. Now we did have a yellow belly in there, and we also had a pastel pied in there. So I don't see any real pied tracks on any of these, but some kind of odd patterns there. A little bit of stripe down the tail, which I think a lot of snakes just have that. And like I said, some blushing up the sides. And just very minute, just a little bit of blushing on the head. So that is snake number 4. Alright, so this is baby number 5. Now as you can see, this one's a little bit different also. The head has virtually no blushing. It's a pretty dark head. It does have the little lines that I was talking about coming down from the eyes. Very dark background color with kind of gold stripes and spots down the backbone. But the different one about this is, which made me think that maybe the female was a pastel fire, is that the side pattern, none of them really have eyes in the alien heads. I think there's 2 on this side, and then on the other side I think there's 2 or 3 more, but overall most of them don't have eyes in the alien heads. And it kind of transitions from light to dark as you go up. There's a little bit of fading in between, or flaming, as you call it, I guess. Coming up from the belly. Belly again is clear, no crazy pattern on the belly. And no real like pied tracks or anything. But yeah, this one is dark head. No, I don't see any pastel kind of markings on this one, and the absence of the eyes in the alien heads kind of threw me for a loop. So this was the 5th one out of the egg. So if you go back to my last video before this one, this would be the 5th one that we cut. And I don't think there's pastel in it because there's like no blushing of the head whatsoever. and no alien heads in the sides. Clear belly. Not much else to, just a dark background. Not a lot of other distinguishing marks on this one. And they're all in blue, so they're a little bit faded. But this is snake number 5, which I think possibly is a fire. Alright guys, so this is the last one, and this is the one that I'm kind of most excited about. You're getting shadow of the camera on it. Okay, there we go. So his head is, or her, yeah, his. I just popped him actually. It's a him. His head is way blushed out, and it looks like gray with almost like a white X on it. And then we have the Y of the yellow backstripe coming down. Now this one is crazy different from all the other ones, and if you watched my last video, you could see my reaction to it. This guy is all blushed out on the back. So crazy pattern here that's towards the tail that's all connected. Almost a ringer going up there, and it is coming up from the other side a little bit. Another one here is coming way up, and we got blushing over the top. But yeah, lots of blushing in the back. You see this kind of cool different mark there in the middle of the blushing, and like it has a spot in the middle of the blushing. Way blushed out head, way connected pattern towards the tail. We got a bunch of like crazy ones that are just going like from the sides up over the top. Just something like I've never seen. Dark up here, and then it looks like it gets real light, and then it starts to get dark towards the tail again. And yeah, this one, if I didn't know better, I would say it was super pastel, which would make it have to be the pastel pied would have to be the dad. That's the only way I could have a super pastel. But yeah, given my lack of knowledge of some of these combos, I really can't say. Snakes that I have that are cinnamon have that stretched out pattern on the sides. Once again, there's the belly. You can see where the umbilicus was. But yeah, flaming all the way up the sides, and very light side pattern. I love the fading in the back, and if I do keep one from this clutch, this will probably be the one because he's so unusual. Obviously, unless somebody wants it bad enough to pay a price that I can't say no to, but yeah, this guy is cool. I love that mark on his back there. It's just kind of a mark in the middle of the blushing. But yeah, this is number 6. This is the one I got excited about. Just that connected pattern there on the tail. Almost looks like cinnamon influence, but there is no cinnamon in this. So there you have him. That is number 6. Alright guys, so there you have my first clutch ever. I would call it clutch number 1 of 2020, but it's going to be the only one, so it is my clutch of 2020. Yeah, one of them got me on the hand. So yeah, my first bite from clutch of 2020 right there. But I guess that happens when you handle babies, so I'm hoping that's an indicator that they're going to eat well. So yeah, if you can help me out, I'm pretty confused by the snakes. I think I got some of it figured out. If that mom is pastel and has fire in it, that would kind of explain some of the designs on these snakes. But that last one, number 6, I'm still kind of confused by. So if you could give me a hand with that, I'd appreciate it. Sorry about filming from the chair, but I just had back injections a couple hours ago to help me with some back pain, so going to be doing it from the chair for the next couple probably. But thanks for following along. Hope you're all good. I hope everybody's taking care of themselves, taking care of your family and those around you, and have a good one. And please leave me some information down there what you think might be going on in this clutch. I appreciate it, and I hope you take care of yourselves. Thank you. Peace.